Hafsa Rimantha Arthur, called on all Ghanaians to abide by all safety measures put in place to fight the virus.
It's important that while we educate and inform the populace, we are also keeping an eye on those who are protecting us. And this is what today's initiative basically is about. We have presented to them today some quantities of Carex hand gel, as well as some quantities of Camel antibacterial soap, and then Camel antiseptic liquid. These are all very important because hand washing and also cleaning of various surfaces, we've all learned and we continue to learn, as important as using the sanitizers.
The General Secretary of the Ghana Medical Association, Dr. Justice Yankson, expressed gratitude.
Contacts that will lead to contamination of our faces, for which reason it will be easy for the virus to get into us, especially our respiratory system. So basically that is what we are calling for. But of course, for people who work in highly charged environments like the hospital, that is why we talk about the PPEs and what have you, so that whatever gets onto their clothing, they will also not pick it up with their hands or any parts of their bodies for the infections to get to them.
He called on other organizations to come to their aid. And to more givens this evening, Gandor Cosmetics Limited has presented 120 boxes of hand sanitizers to the Ministry of Health. The donation is to support the measures put in place by the government to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Presenting the items, the head of corporate social responsibility and events indicated more of the sanitizers will be distributed to various health facilities across the country.
We're giving some to the Ministry of Health. From here, we're moving to 15 other hospitals here in Ghana, in Accra, to donate the rest we have. So there's quite a number. Rest, it will depend on the capacity of the hospital. So for instance, 37 might get a good number because it's a bigger hospital.
The health minister, while expressing gratitude for the gesture, urged the company to donate some of the sanitizers to faith-based hospitals as well.
We are not only working with public facilities. The faith-based hospitals like the Christian and Muslim Islamic hospitals, the private sector people, those who have the facility, and everybody. Because when somebody is attacked with a disease, he may be, prompted to get to the nearest facility. That might not necessarily be a public health facility. So the program that you have to go donating some of these sanitizers to hospitals, please, when you encounter private facilities, don't leave them behind and show a gesture to them as well.
Gandor Cosmetics Limited are producers of a wide range of skin and hair care products in West Africa.
Right, so we're still looking at the impact of COVID-19 here in Ghana, precisely the tourism and hospitality sector. Over 100 hotels in all 16 regions surveyed, we understand, will be fully or partially closed down by next week if the coronavirus pandemic does not slow down anytime soon. Now, this is according to the Chamber of Tourism, and this means government will significantly lose earnings from a sector that is the fourth contributor of revenue to the country. And as part of the losses, the city is also expected to be affected by this if this development should continue. Already the city, didn't see much changes. It remains stable against all the three major currencies, talking about the cedi to the dollar, the euro, as well as the pound, at 5 Ghana cedis, 43 pesos, same for the selling price. Also for the cedi to the Great British Pound, remaining unchanged at 6 Ghana cedis, 34 pesos when you're buying and it's being sold to you at the interbank markets. For the cedi to the euro, also at 5 Ghana cedis, 86 pesos when you're buying and it's being sold to you at 5 Ghana cedis, 87 pesos. But that is what we are hearing, that over 100 hotels in all 16 regions surveyed will be fully or partially closed. More in the following report. To the Chamber of Tourism Ghana, the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the tourism sector is so dire that only pragmatic action will save the sector from total collapse. In a research conducted by the Chamber, it shows 90% of hotels will be affected following the impact of COVID-19 on their business. This means more job losses and revenue losses will be recorded.
From the analysis we have done at Chamber for Tourism, it's evident that 86% of hotels and tourism players are laying off workers, and about 90% or even more will be closing down by next week. But the industry is also calling for a stimulus package. How will government help to resuscitate this industry that is virtually collapsing?
The chamber explained further that a decline in activities of the tourism sector will affect the local currency, the cedi.
What this means is that as an industry that is the fourth foreign exchange earner for the country, is going to impact greatly on our currency, because the more we have the foreign exchange in the country, the stronger the cedi becomes. And if you are losing all these revenues, your guess will be as good as mine.
Well, so you can get more updates on that development as well as other developments on 3news.com. And in the midst of all the pandemic, we still celebrate our gallant women here in Ghana as part of Ghana Month. And tonight, I represent Dr. Joyce Ai, the Executive Secretary, Director of Salt and Light Ministries. We say ayiko to her and to all women in Ghana. My name is Nanikia Mensah Brampa. News 360 continues. Good evening.
Guys, let's get ready to go. You people, you know grandma